Welcome back, Diamonds. I hope all is well. In today's video, we are going to be doing another recreation, and this is going to be another winter nail set. And I'm actually really excited to do this one, y'all. So let's get started.
And I don't want you to meet your light, cause the times where you're gonna outshine me. And I'm gonna stand on the sidelines watching you be outstanding, cheering, chanting, panting. Fruits of your labor years ago, I saw you planting.
Okay, so I already got my nails placed, and then I did my little shaving at the top because they usually be having a little stub right here at the top, so I just shaved that on down, so that's out the way. Let's talk about how we got into this set of nails, y'all, in just 1 second. So, of course, y'all know I got my little setup right here of different colors that we're going to be using. Once again, this is going to be another winter set. So, got me some double rhythm. Got me some cannies. Come up. That is, well, let me tell y'all. This is double rhythm. This is A1585. That's that blue. This is white, of course, 9025. Then we got this cannies, which is 9032. And then we have Vanillisa, which is 5040. I don't think I showed y'all that. Okay. Then, of course, you know, I got a couple of shimmers. I'm going to use some snowflakes, and I'm going to have to use that as well. It's my stamper. Okay, and of course, powder. Alrighty, so talk about how we got into this design of these nails. So, sitting with my sister, just, talking, and she's like, I just really seen these nails that I like, and I want these done. She was scrolling online and seeing these. And I'm like, okay, let me see the nails that you're talking about. Y'all, when I tell y'all, she pulled up these nails. They were Tino Vo nails. Soon as she pulled them up and she showed me, I was like, oh, them is Tino Vo nails. And she like, how you know that? And I'm like, I know. I know his nails. You know, his little signature is that heart. And I have been wanting to do a recreation of his nails, but it was hard for me to find which set that I really want to do because they all so cute, very unique. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put that one in. I'm gonna cure that one for a full 60 seconds. Okay, and then we're just gonna move on to this next nail. And this nail is actually going to be a globe nail that I'm going to do for her. She don't know I'm doing this. Now, before I forget, I want to show y'all this recreation of these nails that she wants me to do. And of course, you know, I'm going to add my own little touch to them because I can't be that identical to Tony. So this is what the nails look like. I know, very amazing, very amazing. Yes, so I add that picture so y'all can see that as well. So very, very beautiful. This is going to be a globe nail, so I am going to have to seal in the back, and so that's what we're going to do now. And I use the IBD Intense Seal, and I'm just gonna make it to where it covers where that line is at. And then as I was doing it there, she asks me, well, what is you doing with that? Why are you making those marks behind my nail? And I'm like, you'll see. And I want to make sure that it's long enough because I want to be able to have the whole entire nail be covered, and then I'll insert from the nail bed part of the nail. And then now that I'm doing that, I'm going to place the nail where I think I gotta make sure I can see. I want it about right there. Then I'm gonna grab my flash cure because I want to flash cure it fastly. And then once I flash cure that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cure it for a full 60 seconds. Okay, and then back to the pinky. So we went in with that base coat, we went in with that white, and then I noticed that when I watched Tino's video, he went in with some blue pigment. So that is kind of what this is for, is to do the blue pigment. And I have to go over the top of this nail I'm going to go over the top of this nail with some base coat where I want the pigment to be at. So just going in like this because we know it was all over the bottom, and just kind of sprinkling it anywhere up in here. There we go. Just like that. Okay. And then since this nail is done drying, I'm going to take that one out and I'm going to put that in and let that cure for 60 seconds. And then when I'm done doing this part and I get them dry, I like to go over on both with one more coat of the IBD. Okay, so back onto the white one. We're going to go in with some pigment. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use. And then I just have my little two-sided that I'll be using. This one I used for this actual color. So this is what I'm going to use to add this on here. Okay, so I like that. I'm going to leave that alone. The next nail, which is what we were working on before, this globe one. So what I typically do once I have this the way I want it, then I need to go around the edges and I need to cut it so that I'm able to seal it again. So I am going to grab my scissors wherever I just set those. Okay, and now this part you want to be very, very gentle with because you don't want to crack it. Alrighty, so I got that off and I'm noticing already that there is a crack in here. So I want to go in and I'm going to seal that right away. Okay, so now that I have both of those sealed the way I want those to seal, I'm going to move those ones to the side. Okay, back to the pinky. There was a small shimmer going over the nail, so I'm going to make sure I add that little shimmer. Ooh, that is cute. That's cute already. Okay. Going in 60 seconds for a cure. Then I'm going to turn on my drill. While that's curing, I'm just going to move this out my way. Go in with my drill and just drill down the sides so we can make sure we got a good seal going on here. Trying to figure out which way I want to hold it. Okay, yep, so these look good. Don't look like I see any cracks in them. We love that. Okay. Now, back to this pinky. On this pinky nail, right, it wants to fall over. I am going to get my liner brush. This is a 12 mm. Grab me some white. Let's make us some snowflakes. Okay. Wet that up. You just kind of want to put it on there. Make sure you're swirling it. Just like that. Nice and good. This now honestly is supposed to have a little bit of sugar on it, so I'm going to actually add that sugar on this one while it's still wet. Let's add some rhinestone glue on here so we can get our diamonds on. Let's add our diamond. Gonna let that go ahead and dry for 60 seconds. Alright, so we're moving on. We're going to move on to the globe nails. We're going to do both of these. And I'm going to be using this 3D gel sculpting. And I'm going to be using this to close the top of this up, and then I'll use the bottom to seal in all of the goodies that we have. Okay, so I am going to do this part off camera, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal up the top part of both of these. Okay, so now that I have these sealed at the top, I'm going to go in the bottom with some snowflakes here. Let's add some of these. I'm just gonna pour a few of them out. And then let's get some snowflakes in. Try not to overcrowd these ones. Just add like maybe 3. Yeah, I'll add 3 to each one so that they can have room to move around and be beautiful. Then I'm going to also add some of this glitter in here as well. Okay, so I have my glitters in here, and now this is where we put our globe to the test. Got me some cuticle oil. And set that to the side. Let's fill it on up. Ooh. Here we go. The truth reveals itself. Like that. Let me wipe it down so I can see if I really feel some oil coming out. Okay, so I have both of the globe nails finished and I have them encapsulated. I like it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a smile line on each of these. Okay, and I want the smile line to be like right here. This is how we're looking. Let me show y'all. So that is pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure that, and then I'll go around it one more time. Okay, so this is how they're looking so far. And then they're actually really cute. I'm gonna go around and I am going to add that perimeter. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fully cure that one for 60 seconds. Okay, so this is how we're looking, and I got them outlined. So now what I'm going to do is go in and I'm going to add diamonds around the actual smile line. All right, so let me get the line going. Okay, so this is how they look now that I have them completely finished. This one is a little ashy. Clearly, I need to put some clear on those. But this is how they look. I think they look good. All right, let's move on. So both of these nails are going to be this color. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. We have 3 of our nails finished. We have 2 more to go. Okay, so on this one has the heart that's on there, Tony's signature, and that is what we're aiming for. And I am going to steal this heart right off of here, this template, my heart. Make this a little easier on myself. Bam, get that. Got me a nice good heart. And then the additional that's left on there, I just go ahead and wipe that off. We have the perfect heart. I cheated a little bit. Then I'm going to color the hearts blue. Alrighty, so this is our heart. We have it colored in nice and blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to fully cure this for 60 seconds. Okay, y'all. So while that's curing, I almost forgot. Let's get into this nail boo. I've had this on for at least 2 weeks now, and it is doing really well. It's standing up on its own. I'm not getting any chipping, and I really love that. So definitely going to have to put on some nails and try this with longer nails for sure. You go, nail boo. Y'all doing your thing. Keep going. Alrighty, so now that I have that heart finished, I am going to go in with a little bit of white. I'm going to grab one of these little sponges and I'm just going to dab it just like that. And I'm going to go in and add the white. So this is how it looks. Okay, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cure that one. And while that one is curing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move on to this nail here. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to actually polish right here. And I don't have my palette down here because of course I'm drying the other nail. So I'm going to probably make my mark right here. Okay, I'm gonna go in and I am going to cure that for 60 seconds. Back to this nail, and this nail is actually pretty, just like that. Alrighty, getting some more white up here. Okay, so now we go in and we do our snowflake on this one. How did I do that? How did I do that? Let me go ahead and get that on. I got to start that over. All right, we're going to go in and try that again. That's cute. Okay. All right, little update. This is how we're looking. Got 2 of them done. We're moving along here. Okay, so this is how this looks. And now we're going to go in and we are going to add some sugar. I know I got my little bowl right here. I just keep scooping it up. This part kind of fun to me. Okay, so now that I have my glitter oil on here, it's nice and shimmery. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. Shimmery, shimmery, shimmery. Yeah, we let that. Okay, and then I gotta go in and I just kept the glitter on there because I noticed he had a little bit of shimmer, I believe, inside of there. So just keep the glitter right on here. That way I don't have to add that shimmer. But what I am going to do is I'm going to make it 3D. Okay, here we go. So I am using my gem gel that I use to add my diamonds on. And I am going to add a big old glob right in the middle of the heart. Okay, so now that this one is completely dry, I am going to go in and add my diamonds onto here around the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to actually cure this for the full 60 seconds now that I'm done. Okay, so now that I have that cure for 60 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and start on this thumb and start making some snow. All right, cool. Let's add some sugar. Y'all, if I'm being honest, missed a step. I did. I forgot to add on the shimmer. Oh man. That's alright. I'm gonna wipe this off because I'm supposed to have some shimmer on here. Y'all, it's hitting me. Okay, so now that I got the shimmer on there, I'm gonna have to cure this and then I have to matte top this so that I could do the other snowflake at the bottom. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to at least do this snowflake. I'm just gonna be very careful. Cool. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna 60-second cure. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I've got the top coat of matte on top here, and now we can do our design all over again. Here we go. Ooh, I cracked myself up. Okay, so this is how I got this looking. I'm going to go ahead and add the sugar on here and cure this. Step baby off. Okay, I'm just dusting. Now I gotta add some diamonds onto her. Alright, so now that I have them all on there, this is how this is looking. I'm gonna go ahead and do a full cure on that nail. Okay, so this is how all of our nails are looking so far. Yes, thank you. Let's come up closer so y'all can get a better look at that. I think that they are cute. You know, got my own little twist on them. But for the most part, I think they're beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and let's top coat. Going in with my diamond top coat. Here we are, the final look, y'all. And I think that she is going to like these. Let's take a look at that. Oh, lots of movement in there. Lots of movement. Let's shake it up a little bit so we can see the snowflakes. Okay, let's get a close-up look at that one. This is with the snowflakes. This is with our 3D heart. This is Tino's signature. Take a look at our thumb. That's supposed to be my snowfall. That's as good as I could get it. But I still think the nail, and all in all, turned out really cute. Yes. Well, I would like to say that we did that. I'm happy that I got to do one of Tino's designs in my own way, but the recreation of it was amazing, and I actually had a good time doing this, so I can't wait to show my sister how these nails look, excuse me. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what y'all got, any ideas on what we're going to be doing next. I thank y'all very much for being here. Until next time, diamonds.